Hey everybody, I've got a quick update for you. Google Stadia Founders Edition is now sold out everywhere. It's kind of funny. A few weeks back, Google announced that they were almost sold out in Europe, but not quite. And then last week, they said that they were sold out in Europe, and I meant to add it to the show notes so that Lloyd and I could talk about it on Sunday, but I just forgot. And we ended up talking about the whole thing. And then if you didn't know, we record the show live on Sundays, and we tend to hang out afterwards and just chat with everybody who's in chat. And somebody pointed out, hey, Bill, you forgot to talk about the fact that they're sold out in Europe now. And I was like, yeah, I dropped the ball there, but we'll talk about it next week. Well, turns out on Sunday when we record again, 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern, we're going to have to talk about the fact that they are now sold out in the US and Canada as well. The Founders Edition is no more. Google told us that this morning when they said, that's a wrap. Stadia Founders Edition has completely sold out. We can't wait to welcome all our founders to play Stadia on November 19th. That phrase right there, all of our founders to play Stadia on November 19th, I feel like that implies that we will all receive our Founders Edition units by or before on or before the 19th of November. I think that is what. Otherwise, they would have phrased that differently. I do know that there are some people who had posted to Reddit, I believe, that they had purchased it and they had a shipment of a delivery date of December something. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but they said welcome all of our founders to play on November 19th. Now, don't worry. If you have not yet picked up your Founders Edition, or if you did not order it ahead of time like the other people, then it's not too late. You can still buy a Stadia a Stadia Premier Edition, and that means that you will still be able to play in the early access mode, which I think a lot of us are affectionately, or some not affectionately, calling this beta. We're beta testing it, and that's okay. I'm okay with beta testing it. I beta test a lot of stuff. I run beta software on my phone and my iPad. I always hit the update button as soon as I can on pretty much any software. When I run my Discord, I run Discord Canary, which is beta software. I'm okay beta testing. It's fun. I remember beta testing Gmail for like 10 years or something. I don't know. It was a long time before that came out of beta. Anyway, that's beside the point. If you did not sign up for the Founders Edition and you're like, I wanted to play it before it came out officially in 2020, well, there's still hope. You can get Stadia Premier Edition, which we already talked about on the show before. But just to reiterate what exactly you get with Premier Edition is basically the Founders Edition with a white controller, no buddy pass. You don't get to pick your name as early as the Founders, I think, and you don't get the little logo after your name. It still comes with a Chromecast. It still comes with a controller. It still comes with Stadia Pro and Destiny 2 and 3 free months of Stadia Pro. So you can still get in on this. Now, does that mean that you're going to get it in November with the Founders? I don't know. Maybe you'll end up getting it in December or January or February, depending on how many of these things that they decided to make. You would think that would be all of the big Stadia news for today, but no, we also found out that Darksider's Genesis is we have a release date for Darksider's Genesis, and it actually kind of got me thinking. Before I get to what I was thinking about, I want to talk about exactly what Darksiders is. Darksiders is a third-person adventure game that a lot of people tend to compare to Zelda. Now, I have not played any of the Darksiders games, so I don't know much about them, other than you play as one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Mark Hamill voiced a character in the first Darksiders game, and you play as one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and it's like a Zelda-style adventure. Darksiders Genesis, however, is a very different game. This is much more like Diablo. in its gameplay. It's not going to be a third person over the shoulder action adventure game. This is a top down loot and scoot style game. At least that's what it seems like to me. And they did a cool little announcement today of what they were showing off. It comes from THQ Nordic, and it is coming to Stadia, and it is coming to PC. And when is it happening? Well, that is happening on December 5th. Now, December 5th on Stadia and PC, but consoles, it is launching much later. It is launching in February 14th. It's a Valentine's Day game for some reason. And it just got me thinking, because Stadia and PC are launching together and then consoles later, it feels like THQ Nordic is looking at this game and saying that it is a PC, not a console, which got me thinking, how do you see Google Stadia? Do you see it as a PC or do you see it as a console? Because for me, I always kind of thought of it as a console, because its primary input method is a controller. And yes, you can also use mouse and keyboard, but the primary input method is the controller. So for it to be launching on on Stadia and PC early and consoles later, it got me thinking, what do you classify Stadia as? Is it a PC or is it a console? And this is what I'm asking you. This is this is what I want you to tell me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send out a tweet from it'll be from @StadiaCast. And so if you haven't followed me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. But I'm going to send out a tweet from @StadiaCast that says, do you consider Stadia to be a console or a PC in the cloud? And I would love to hear your thoughts. Also, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And I'm going to leave a link to that tweet in the comment section down below, or in the information area down below as well. And so that you can easily find it. But I really want to know, what are your thoughts? Is it a console? Is it a PC? Where does it land for you? And how are you going to play it? Are you going to be primarily playing it using the Stadia controller, or are you going to be sitting at your computer with a mouse and a keyboard playing like that? So I would love it if you could let me know what your thoughts are. And secondly, lastly, I guess, I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches the show or listens to the show. You guys are fantastic. If you didn't already, hit that thumbs up button, leave a like, and also subscribe and click the bell. It lets YouTube know that you like what we're doing, which is very, very important, because it tells YouTube's algorithm, these guys are doing good work. You should show their stuff to other people. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.